The Cellar. This first story displays a tragic set of circumstance. It just goes to show how fragile life is, as none of us are immune to fate's grip coming down on us at any moment. We as humans are not as invincible as we sometimes think we are. Around 1:49 a.m. on August 4th of 2021, Officer John Nunez with the North Bergen Police Department pulled over a 2022 Kia Stinger. For context, North Bergen is a township located in the northern part of Hudson County in the U.S. state of New Jersey. And a Kia Stinger is a sports sedan that has between 300 to 368 horsepower and can reach a top speed of up to 167 miles per hour. As John Nunez pulled the car over, he would speak with the driver and his passenger. The couple was identified as 24-year-old Luis Fernando Chavalos and 27-year-old Alexis Rodriguez. As the officer spoke with the couple, Alexis would tell the officer that they were out on their first date. She tried to take blame for the reckless driving, as she stated she was in a rush to get home. Officer Nunez would reassure Alexis that no, this was not her fault. From there, he would issue Luis 3 citations, one of reckless driving, one for failure to observe a flashing traffic signal, and one for restrictions on a provisional license. Nunez would then remind the couple that he could also get them for speeding at close to 100 miles per hour, but that he was trying to give them a break by only writing up the 3 citations. He then reminded Luis to drive responsibly as to avoid a fatal accident. At 2:02 a.m., the traffic stop ended, and Luis and Alexis would drive away.
You can shut the car off and give me your license, registration, and insurance. I'll let you know everything's being audio, video recorded, right?
Yeah.
The reason for this...
The thing is, the car is new, so I don't really have the registration.
You have the temporary one that they give you with the template.
Yeah, and
so that's your registration, right?
Yeah.
The reason for the yours... I know. That's why I stopped them. Ma'am, that's why I stopped them. Have a nice night, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm stopping you for. Reckless driving, careless driving, speeding, and the light you ran, okay? You were doing at least 100 on Kennedy Boulevard. All right, man? You almost struck my car because I was making a right turn. All right? You don't have a driver's license?
I do. I mean, I have that for now. I'm still waiting for the new one to come in.
Okay, but do you have a driver's license?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Here's your documents.
I'm sorry, we're on a first date, baby.
That's fine, but almost killing each other is not the way to start on a first date.
Because it just got really carried away.
I know.
It's my fault. It's really my fault. I swear.
It's not your fault, because if he gets into an accident, it's his fault.
No, it's my fault.
Listen, you're getting 3 tickets. I could have gave you a lot more, okay? You're not even supposed to be driving at this time because you have a provisional license.
Oh my God.
So you're getting reckless. I didn't give you speeding. I'm giving you that break, all right? You got reckless, the traffic light that you ran, and for driving after hours. All right, man? Get home safe.
11 minutes later, at 2:13 a.m., an officer named Jessica Toro transmitted over the police radio that a motor vehicle accident involving a tractor-trailer had just occurred. Officer John Nunez would soon arrive on scene.
Yes, I
will. Yo, this is the same kid. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
As he approached the accident site, he realized the vehicle that was involved was the same vehicle he had just pulled over literally minutes ago. As he approached the vehicle, the couple was motionless inside. He would soon radio in that a crash team was needed on site for a fatal accident. At 2:26 a.m., a doctor on scene would pronounce the couple deceased, and efforts would soon be made to notify their next of kin. An unbelievably tragic scene that could have and should have been avoided. Jorge Torres Jr. was a 42-year-old man that lived in Winter Park, Florida. Winter Park is a city in Orange County, Florida, located near Orlando. The city has a population of around 29,795 people. Over the years, Jorge Torres had been arrested multiple times for alleged instances of domestic violence against his girlfriend, Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone was also 42 years old, and there's also reports that she too was arrested once for alleged battery by strangulation against Jorge Torres. Ultimately, Sarah and Jorge are the only ones who truly know what was going on within their relationship. But it was very clear that the couple was volatile. Like oil and water, the two didn't seem to mix well with one another. To add to the drama of their relationship, Sarah would bail Jorge out each of the 4 times Jorge was arrested for battery against her. That now leads us up to February 24th of 2020. From all reports, the couple was playing a game of hide and seek when things took a dramatically dark turn. At some point during the game of hide and seek, Jorge Torres would climb inside of a suitcase. Sarah Boone, with no hesitation, would then zip the suitcase closed with Jorge trapped inside. While trapped inside the suitcase, Sarah would make this chilling video.
For everything you've done to me.
Cellar.
For everything you've done to me.
Cellar.
Stupid.
Cellar.
Following the video, Sarah Boone would head upstairs and go to bed, leaving Jorge by himself, seemingly trapped within the suitcase. On February 25th, 2020, Sarah Boone would place a 911 call and inform the police that Jorge Torres was no longer alive. During subsequent interrogations, Sarah would state that she had drank a single bottle of wine prior to playing hide and seek. She claimed that she thought it would be funny to put Jorge in the suitcase, and according to her, they were both laughing about it. Now, it's never been clear if Jorge got into the suitcase willingly. Since Sarah is the only person left alive who was there when everything transpired, I don't think we'll ever have a full picture of exactly how everything unfolded. According to Sarah Boone, she went upstairs and accidentally fell asleep. Finding her story hard to believe, the police would ask for Sarah's phone, and that is when the police discovered the horrifying videos. According to Sarah, she didn't even remember taking them, and no effort was made on her behalf to delete said videos. Following these revelations, Sarah Boone would soon be charged with second-degree murder. Her trial is currently scheduled for May 13th, 2024. In this next story, we're going to be talking about 22-year-old Allison Duckrow and her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old James Rail. It was July 31st, 2022 at around 11 a.m. Allison and her mother were coming home from brunch when they noticed a car that followed them had also pulled into their driveway. They proceeded to enter the house and lock the door as 22-year-old James Rail is seen coming up to the front door behind them. According to reports in this case, James and Allison had broken up a year and a half earlier after a tumultuous relationship. But reports from James Rail's family stated that the relationship was not turbulent and that they had amicably called off their relationship and chose to remain friends. It's not clear where James's headspace was at the time, but James's family believes he simply came over to their house to speak to Allison. I will now play the video before we discuss what ultimately transpired. According to reports, James was told by the family, in particular Allison's father, to go away numerous times. James would then walk away, but only briefly. In hindsight, returning to their front door was the biggest mistake James would ever make. James's second effort at speaking to Allison would lead him to getting more aggressive with his actions to get into the house. He would start pushing and throwing his shoulder into the door frame. Allison's father would then make one last effort to tell James to back off and go away. But James wasn't listening. He continued to slam against the door until the door frame finally split. Upon seeing the door break, Allison's father, Mitchell Duckrow, would fire 3 rounds at James through the door. James then backs up and attempts to walk away, but he doesn't get far as he collapses onto the Duckrow family's driveway. The wounds James suffered would be fatal. Following this ordeal, the police chose not to charge Mitchell Duckrow with any crime. From one point of view, I understand. As a father, I would defend my children in the same manner. But James's family doesn't agree with how everything has been handled. From their point of view, a full investigation was never done, as the Duckrow family has close connections to the sheriff's department. What's also a bit bothersome is the video of Allison's father laughing and talking to the police following the shooting. Ultimately, James should have never tried to force his way into the Duckrow family residence. Whether or not the extreme force that was used against him was warranted is open for debate. But a young life was claimed on this day, and at the very least, I feel a more thorough investigation into everything was warranted. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel continue to grow. Also, you can check the description box below and find the link to my merch store. Tons of awesome designs, and the proceeds help fund the channel. For those of you that are interested, I have a Cellar Dwellers membership tier for the channel. It's only $2.99 a month. It comes with some pretty cool perks. So if that interests you, then please go check it out. I also have that linked in the description box below. If you'd like to submit a real-life scary story that you would like featured on an episode on the channel, please do so using the email or the Reddit linked in the description box below. As always, I do all the research, writing, recording, and editing for the channel myself, so anything that you do to support the channel is greatly appreciated. Until next time, I will see you all again as we head back into the cellar.